In 2005, 3 guys uploaded a video to a website they'd just built. It was shot at the San Diego Zoo, and one of them stood in front of the elephants and said,
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts.
The video is called Me at the Zoo, and it was the first thing ever posted to YouTube. And the reason I'm starting here is because that video is kind of the opposite of everything this video is about. It's a real person in a real place, saying a real, slightly awkward thing he actually thought. 20 years ago, YouTube is the second most visited website on Earth. And the strange thing is that more and more of what's on the website has no human in it at all, and it's destroying YouTube. How did a platform that spent 20 years convincing ordinary people that their voice was worth something end up flooded with content that has no voice behind it? Chapter 1. The beginning of the end. For most of YouTube's life, making a video was annoying. That was sort of the whole barrier. You needed a camera, or at least a decent microphone. You needed something to say, and then you needed to sit there and edit it. And that annoyance, that friction, acted like a filter for authenticity. And then, pretty fast, that filter just kind of evaporated. Because somewhere around 2023 and 2024, AI showed up. An app that decides the whole thing. An app that reads the script out loud. An app that pulls or generates the images, and an app that stitches the whole thing together. And suddenly you don't need the camera, or the microphone, or the thing to say, or the weekend. You needed about 20 minutes and a topic, and you could do it again, and again, and again. You could make 100 of them. AI slop is the term the industry landed on for low-quality, repetitive spam-like videos that started piling up the moment these tools got cheap. Images over a robot voice. The same 10-item list rebuilt 60 different ways. So, okay, how much of this is actually out there? Is this a real flood, or is it just a few annoying channels that everybody complains about? Well, I actually looked it up, and I found that in late 2025, the video platform Capwing ran an experiment where they spun up a brand new YouTube account, a fresh user with no history, and looked at what the algorithm fed it. Out of the first 500 shorts it recommended, 104 of them, more than 20%, were AI generated. Another third were brain rot. Put together, more than half of what a new user got shown was either slop or brain rot. And yes, you are going to hear me say that we live in an era where quantity is valued over quality. And it's true. The small creator suddenly finds themselves competing against a content farm that uploads more in a day than they upload in a month. But here's what makes this story more interesting than it first looks. It isn't only the small creators who got scared. It went all the way up. In October of 2025, Jimmy Donaldson, who you know as Mr. Beast, the most subscribed YouTuber on the planet, posted on X a message that read, more or less, "When AI videos are just as good as normal videos, I wonder what that will do to YouTube and the millions of creators making content for a living." Scary times. Mr. Beast isn't small by any means. He's a guy that topped the Forbes creator list that year with around $85 million in earnings. He is, by any measure, the last person on YouTube who should be afraid of anything. But still, he is so right to be afraid. Chapter 2. A predatory niche. With the rise of faceless AI automation channels came the YouTube gurus that posted hundreds of videos, basically outlining a get-rich-quick scheme where these creators suggest that anyone can get easy money by creating a new YouTube channel, getting ChatGPT to make you a script and visuals, and then getting an AI to voice it over. There's so much of these videos that if you dare search up YouTube automation in the search bar, you'll get a cesspool of AI slop enthusiasts, to the point that these videos themselves could be considered their own niche. The reason these videos are predatory is that they use desperate creators that want a quick cash grab as another click on their YouTube video. On top of that, a lot of these creators link a course where you have to pay money to get one-on-one guidance and access to a sort of course that ultimately just propagates the creation of even more AI soulless slop that infests YouTube. What's worse is that the promotion of AI YouTube automation can create the spread of fake news, further perpetuating the predatory nature of this cash grab tactic. Have you heard about a channel called True Crime Case Files? It had tens of thousands of subscribers, and its videos looked exactly like the true crime documentaries millions of people watch to fall asleep. Sober narration, grainy photos of the people involved, a real-sounding town. Its most popular video, about a grisly murder in Littleton, Colorado, pulled in nearly 2 million views. And guess what? It was all fake. The whole thing was generated. Not one of the channel's videos was about anything that had ever actually happened. When YouTube eventually terminated the channel, the man behind it, who'd uploaded more than 150 of these things using ChatGPT and AI image generators and AI voices, defended himself by saying he wanted viewers to ask themselves why they cared so much that it was true, which is a very elaborate way of saying he made up fake murders and let real people believe them. Chapter 3. Too much, too late. In July of 2025, YouTube updated a policy. They took an old rule against repetitious content and renamed it inauthentic content. And they spelled out more clearly than before that mass-produced, templated, minimal-effort stuff was not going to get paid. And the important nuance here is that they did not ban AI. AI-assisted content is fine. It can run ads as long as a real person's perspective and effort actually shape the thing. So the line they were trying to draw was effort versus no effort, authorship versus assembly. But there's a cost of fighting a machine with a machine. The machine doesn't actually know what it's looking at, because somewhere in the middle of all this, creator Nanny Josh did the math and found that in just the first 9 months of 2025, the platform had terminated more than 12 million channels. He just asked the obvious thing: are we really supposed to believe 12 million creators all broke the rules? Did every one of them get a fair human review, or is the AI just wiping out channels whenever it feels like it? We can suspect it's the latter. Stephen Song is a creator that has been on the platform for several years now and has been wrongfully demonetized on his YouTube channel with over 180,000 subscribers. He does use AI in his videos, however he stated that he didn't make soulless AI slop like YouTube accused him for. He made complex videos, authentic stories that were aided by AI. Although he used AI, whether or not people agreed with his use of it for his videos, he followed the guideline, stating AI-assisted content is fine, but lost monetization overnight. He followed the rules and got burned for it. Any creator, a termination like that erases years of work overnight, and the appeals process is thin. So you end up with this bitter irony sitting right at the center of the whole thing. The flood was caused by automation, and the cleanup is also automation, and the appeals are automation. It feels like there's no hope for the future of YouTube, but we'll just have to wait and see.